thought I'd film a little fertility update today since it's been a while since I've talked about this. I'm just in the boys' room right now. This is like the only room in our house that even looks anything decent to film in. We just got back from traveling and I just do not have any motivation to get everything organized and figured out. The state of our house is quite scary right now, in all honesty. Let me just show you. We have just so much laundry that needs to be done. I just cleaned the kitchen counters, but still gotta do all these dishes. And I don't even know what to say about this room, honestly. Our suitcase that we still haven't unpacked. Okay, anybody else have this problem with their room? I somehow always just have a random pile right here of things that I just need to find a place for. Our house is just a 2-bedroom. Luckily, it's easy to get clean again if it's messy because there's just not so much to clean, but it also gets messy very fast. Like I feel like we'll clean it and then it just gets crazy messy in like a matter of a half a day. It's been a while since I mentioned how I'm feeling with fertility stuff, where I'm at with all of that. In 2023, we had 2 miscarriages, one at the beginning of the year and one at the very end of the year. Overall right now, I'd say that we're doing pretty good. I mean, I feel like it comes in waves where you think about, you know, the due date and you think about what your life would be with the baby. And then I'm also, on the flip side, grateful for the experiences that we've had with our little family right now, just how we are. For the past 6 months, we decided to just make memories with our family and it's been really good. And we decided to go traveling, which you can see in all of our past vlogs. It was just so good for us and so needed, and it was really special to see like our kids become closer friends. And I'm just really trying to be present and find peace with where we're at in our journey, because I know that I'm going to be missing these moments right now with our kids. And so I definitely don't want the grief of miscarriage and infertility to get in the way of our family unit right now. So where I'm at currently with fertility stuff, I mean, we haven't been preventing pregnancy or anything, but I also just haven't felt mentally ready to be like, okay, let's do fertility stuff, let's get pregnant again. I feel like it's a lot to go through and I feel like you need to feel like mentally, I don't know. It's hard though, because I just know that we struggle getting pregnant, and so we're just like, okay, we'll just see what happens. But recently we've just been feeling in a really good place, and I'm just feeling excited and hopeful for the future. You know, like I was so excited to be pregnant before, but like our kids were still in diapers for like my first miscarriage last year, and now they're like out of diapers, and now our kids like ask when we're gonna have another baby. Crew is like obsessed with babies, and I feel like, oh, like this would be like such a cool time to have a baby. If it happened in like a year from now, they would just really be able to understand it all. It gets me excited thinking about it again, and I also just know this is the prime time to be doing fertility stuff in my younger 30s versus like older 30s. So 5 years ago we did fertility testing because it took us 2.5 years to have Crew, and we had 2 miscarriages as well during that time. And then this past December, after our last miscarriage in November, we did fertility testing again. We fit in the category of unexplained infertility. Other than Josh's sperm quality is on the low end, it came back lower than it did 5 years ago, this last test. To have low sperm quality, I guess, is the best thing you can have out of the 3 factors for male sperm. Like you have your sperm count, and then you have your motility, which is how fast it goes, and then you have the morphology, which is the quality. And it was normal for the sperm count and for the motility, so it was just the morphology that it was like 2% of them are normal. And so what they recommend for us with this is that we do like an IUI, so then they can like hand pick the quality sperm and then inject it up me. I always just hope to get pregnant naturally, and I know we have in the past. We've had 6 natural pregnancies. We've never done fertility for any of them, but obviously 4 of them were miscarriages. It's kind of one of those things where I wonder if for us it's always going to be like a numbers game, or if maybe doing fertility might help us to not miscarry. So that's what we've been thinking about. And since we just got back from our travels, we really weren't planning to be able to do it this soon. But I started my period, and so when you do an IUI, you need to call in right when you start your period. And so I just decided to call my fertility clinic and ask them, and they were like, oh yeah, you totally have time. And then I turned to Josh and I'm like, well, should we do it now? Because we weren't planning on doing it now. And he was like, yeah, like why not? Let's just do it. And so we're doing it, which is kind of crazy. An IUI only increases your chances by I think they were saying 15%, and they told us that our odds of conceiving every month is 5%. We have a 20% chance this month, which is still kind of low, but I don't know. I'm hopeful that maybe doing this a few times, it's just what we need. I'm taking Clomid along with the IUI. I actually did Clomid for a few months before crew and didn't get pregnant, but we didn't do it with an IUI or anything. But they really recommend doing the IUI along Clomid, because what Clomid does is it stimulates an increase of hormones that supports ovulation. A lot of girls take it that aren't ovulating, so it'll help them ovulate. I have regular periods and I ovulate every month because I track it all. They said that it's still good for me to do Clomid because it increases the hormones in my body that will support the pregnancy. So after talking with the doctors, I'm just hopeful and excited about trying all this out. And yeah, I've been taking Clomid for the past 4 days. I'm on my last pills today. And then tomorrow we go in and we see if everything looks ready. And if it does, then we'll do the IUI tomorrow. If not, then we'll wait a few days. And besides that, Josh and I have also been taking a lot of different vitamins and supplements, and I'll show you everything that we've been taking. These are all of the vitamins and supplements for Josh and I combined. I'm drinking red raspberry leaf tea, Dr. Christopher's reproductive formula, B12, magnesium, a B complex with methylfolate with my prenatal, and zinc with my Clomid. And then Josh is doing CoQ10, methylfolate, and Dr. Christopher's male tonic. I'm just really hopeful that combining the holistic and Western knowledge that we've gained will be helpful. Tomorrow we go in and I might get pregnant tomorrow. We'll see, which is crazy. And I guess it doesn't totally work that way because you also try to conceive naturally, so it just kind of doubles your chances doing the IUI and trying to conceive naturally. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Make a wish. Okay, don't tell me what you wished for, but I hope it was good. We are on our way to the IUI appointment today. We have today scheduled to do the IUI, but we'll see if we actually end up doing it or not today. In all honesty, I'm feeling so nervous right now. I didn't expect to feel this nervous. It's always nerve-wracking to do something you've never done before. I know
today the main things they're measuring your follicles or something.
They're just basically seeing if it looks like I'm about to ovulate. My mom did an IUI and I can't remember if I know she did 3 rounds of Clomid, and I can't remember if she did 3 rounds of IUI with it or if she got pregnant on her first IUI. I should ask her. I think she might have gotten pregnant on her first IUI, and they were struggling for 5 years and had 2 miscarriages too.
Isn't there some kind of increased chance of having twins is doing IUIs?
Oh yeah. There's an increase, but it's super small. Remember, she said it was 2 or 3%. For IVF, it's a lot more. It's because of Clomid, not IUI. But it would be because of the Clomid that I would have fraternal twins. But if I got pregnant with identical twins, it would just be how it would be naturally.
It'd be crazy because there's have Indian crew, but at the same time.
Yeah.
And then we'd have a family of 4 like that.
That'd be crazy.
It'd be so crazy.
We have to drive an hour to the city to go to these appointments, and you're all nervous and stuff, and then if they say oh, it's not ready yet, then we'll just have to come back and do this again.
So we want it to just look very...
Just got done with the appointment, and turns out we're not doing the IUI today, but they said everything's looking good and that we should be ready to do it in 2 days.